Imagine some of the poses they could get.
Dude.
Big dude on a barra, foot on the gunnel, leaning in.
Short shorts, one nut out.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Deep Drop. This is a fishing podcast, and if you're new here, welcome. We welcome you with arms wide open, as Creed once said, so well, and so powerfully, and you know, just it hits the feels. So that's how we're bringing it in tonight, ads. We're arms wide open. Welcome, everyone. We know we've got a bunch of new people on board, and you are now part of the Deep Drop community, the growing community, and we love it. We absolutely love it. But you still might be wrapping your head around what's going on here. What is this podcast? What's going on? We know it's fishing. We know it's a bit of fun. But Adam, as I throw to you, I say welcome, but also please give us some sort of what is the Deep Drop?
So the Deep Drop is kind of like your first sip of coffee on a daily basis.
Yeah.
It's just that feeling when you're a little bit groggy and you're not quite sure, and a loved one leans over you and just gives you a little kiss on the forehead and says, "Today's going to be okay." When you hear the Deep Drop jingle just come in at the start every week, it's like that little kiss on the forehead. It's like that first sip of coffee, and it's like, you know what? Today's
all
going
right.
to be a good day.
Today's all right. Yeah. I love
That's
that.
what the Deep Drop is.
That's brilliant. I mean, that's simple, short, sharp, perfect.
That's how it is. It's feels. It's just feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can feel a bit spacey in the morning, can't you? A bit.
100. More often than not.
Really got to tackle to. Fuck. And then you go. Oh.
And you go, okay. No, I'm good.
I'm good.
It's the same feel when you hit that little. You're like, yeah, okay. It's gonna be good.
Love it. All right. Well, very good. Well, hopefully that sort of gives a bit of an indication of where we're at. But as I said, for new listeners or existing listeners, wherever you're at in the Deep Drop journey, we're at 182 now. We're deep. We're getting close to raising the bat, double tonning up. One thing I will say is get across to the socials: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you sort of hang out online, wherever you sort of your digital playground is. Go and check out the Deep Drop and give us a follow and share it around with your mates. We just want to have a bit of fun. We want to grow it. We want to keep rolling, and we've got some stuff, and I know we've teased this a little bit, ads, for a while, but we're getting real close to being able to launch a couple of things that we're really excited by.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure everyone's on board and can have a crack at it straight off the bat. That's probably all I'll say. But get involved and reach out. Mate, we're here for I'll jump into it in a minute, but our first sort of discussion is going to be based around a voice message that I'm going to play for you, ads. And I know you haven't heard this yet.
No, and we haven't had a voice message for a while. And this excites me. And this is probably more importantly what the Deep Drop's about. It's about the people.
Oh, of course, the community.
Trying to keep fishing fun, Luke. We're talking about all sorts of weird and wacky shit. We go off in all these different tangents, and this is what I love when the community get involved and say, "Hey, fellas, we need to revisit this," or we need to break this down a little bit.
Yeah, and that's completely what it's all about. So get in touch. Don't feel like there's nothing that you can't message us about. No. You know what I mean? If you want to have a whinge or a vent or a gripe, go for it. If you want to just get excited by something you saw, let us know. We love it. If you see something ridiculous and you just want to see my stupid head reacting to it and have a bit of fun with it online, send it through.
Send it.
If you want to send an email.
How's old mate falling off the flybridge, by the way?
Dude.
Mate, he's cooked.
If you haven't seen it, jump over onto Instagram and Facebook. There's a reaction video just recently, and shout out to the qualified captain who posted it originally. Old mate, young mate, is up on the flybridge of a decent sort of game boat. You can see on the flybridge there's 2 or 3 girls there. He's obviously
trying to impress the ladies. He's
got the rig out, top off. Yeah. He's trying to impress the ladies. I'm going to backflip off the flybridge. It's going to be epic.
And
hold my beer.
The universe said, "No, you're not."
The universe said, "I'm going to make this heaps more entertaining." He slipped first, and he didn't even get a launch. He slipped before he's even taken off. It's He looked like his shoulder went 18 different directions, which looked nasty. And then just as a little,
he's hit his head twice.
Just as a little up yours, he's cracked his noggin on the gunnel on the way down.
He went, this one's for the ladies, and the universe said, no, this one's for the boys.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, hopefully he's all right. But also, if you're him, you're not getting back on the boat. You're swimming the other direction. You're not. That's as the kids say. As the kids say, Adam, he lost all aura.
Yes, none left. Just
left.
Zeroed out.
Zeroed. He's just emptied the bank account of aura. Just leave. Leave the country.
Do you say anything, or do you just start swimming back to shore?
I think you're swimming back to shore, or like just underwater though. Like you don't even want to be seen at that point.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was going to say something else, but I'm going to stay away.
Yeah, that's the sort of shit. That's the sort of shit we love to see and get sent through, and I love having a look at that as well, and put my 2 cents on it. As I don't know if you're familiar with Aussie Man from online.
Oh yeah,
he's a classic.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to use one of his references, which is Destination Fucked.
Yeah, and it's pretty much. Mate, he reached it quickly. He went quickly,
real quick. So that's the stuff. We love that stuff. We have a bit of fun with it, and ultimately, as you said, Adam, fishing's fun. It's meant to be fun, and this is what we're trying to encourage and promote is the fun aspect of fishing. Now, I want to get onto this, Ads, because we got a message through the DMs on Insta, and it's a voice message. And by all means, if you want to do this, do it. Anyway, I'm going to play it. It's from Zachary. So thanks, Zachary, and here we go.
Also, who made fly fishing the pinnacle of how hard something is? It's like bait, lure, fly. Oh, I got an 80 centimeter snapper on bait, yeah, but I've got a 70 on fly, stripping it back deep. Fuck that. Handline should be the pinnacle. I got a bonefish on a handline, fucking throwing around, getting tusk fish. Handline. I want handline to be the pinnacle above fly fishing.
So,
dude,
yeah. So let's just soak that in for a minute.
The art of handlining.
Well, I think he's got a really good point. And again, thank you very much for the message coming through. Why? Because it's oh no, the flies. It's the
gentleman's sport.
It's an art form. It's the most difficult form of fishing. I agree with Zachary.
100% agree.
I've caught. What are they called? I've gone blank. Up on those big blue throat. Up on the Abrolhos in WA. The big tusk fish sort of thing, like Zachary sort of mentioned, and on handline, and that one reason is because that is a good way to actually catch them, but it's also it's fun, but it's also bloody hard work, and you've got to be on the ball. And dude, I think he said bonefish on handline. So I was just thinking,
handlining.
It's not a bad sort of angle into looking at. If you actually just think about it, bare bones, it would be the hardest way to catch anything. When you think about
it, it's easily the most dangerous.
Yeah, yeah.
You could lose a pinky easy.
I grew up mainly once we sort of had this little tinny, Dad and I, and when I was young, and we would scoot around sort of bottom end of Port Phillip Bay and the Lonsdale Bight area there, and there's all sorts of stuff down there: whiting, flathead, gars when they used to come through in abundance, garfish, squid. It was all handline. We didn't even take out rods for the most part. Tiny tinny, so that was probably one reason we didn't have room for it. But it was like we'd just be loaded up with handlines, and you just shoot a couple out with a silver whiting on it for a squid, and then you drop some down trying to get some flatties bottom bashing, and then you'd see some gars, so you'd pull out the handline with the lightest line it had on it, and you'd send out a float. And thinking about that, 100% was harder than using a rod and reel.
I remember sitting on the end of the Stony Point Pier one night with my old boy, handlining massive cooter.
Yeah,
like not the little shitty. Like these were big, ones. And I wasn't handlining anything. Dad was into it, But just slinging out full pillies, ganged hooks.
But it's also probably there's a case for it to be really effective in a lot of ways as well. Like I still will have a hand line with a baited jig for squid.
Okay, hang on. Break down effective for me. Because nothing about handlining feels to me like it would be more effective than a rod and reel. Talk me through it.
And maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but for example, say we are, and I'll give you an example of a recent squid session me and Lee Rayner did where we had, we were just out chasing squid, and that was kind of it. We'd be on the casting deck casting jigs around, and while we were doing that, we had a couple of hand lines out the back with baited jigs, baited jags, and I don't know whether it's probably more the retrieve, but you've got a fair bit of control. You're able to let go of the line, let it slide through your hands. Effectively, everything a rod and reel can do, right? And that's why these things are built, and that's why that rods and reels these days, technology is crazy, and it simulates everything that you need it to do. But I don't know. There's something about that. And again, maybe it's just because growing up doing it, it felt right, and it felt really comfortable. But bringing in a big thumping squid out of deep water off a baited jig, and having that direct connection to it, just mono, it's I don't know. It just felt like you were in full control.
This is where going into the point of it being the pinnacle, it probably is. Because think about it from a modern fishing technology point of view. What makes rods so good is that they bend. We remember the old Rex Hunt days. It's an extension of the arm. It's the shock absorber. It is. It does all those things. Take it away. Now there's no shock absorber.
Yeah.
Just what little stretch you have in whatever mono you've got. So use your example of that squid. If you go too heavy on the hand, you can just pull the jag out.
Straight
you
out.
haven't got the rod work. Like if that squid lunges and takes off and you're not paying attention and you just stiff arm it, you're at risk of pulling hooks.
So this is where the more challenging aspect comes in, which we just heard before, is that you've got to be way more in tune because the rod's not doing some of that work for you. So maybe to retract my comment about it being more effective, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just that it is more of a challenge and you're directly connected. So it's all responsibility on you potentially. But you're right. Like you've got to be. You don't have time to just be like, oh, yeah, another one, boys, wind it in. You kind of got to be feeling everything it's doing. The minute you feel it lunge, you got to just loosen your fingertips, let that line slip through your hands. Yeah. So it's
all right.
So
question. We have in the past, and I'm pretty sure I still stand by my comments, we've shit on gloves a fair bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this where gloves fit in to our beautiful world?
Well, I think depending on what species you're targeting, and this is where this is an area I want to get into real quick now. But by the way, we have shit on gloves. We want to be clear that if it's sun protection, we're all about it. We're all for it. It's
now. Hang on, because I got busted recently.
Wearing gloves.
Double gloved. Like I had a glove on both hands. Now, this was unintentional. I sent you a photo of a good flatty when we were doing the we were doing the prawn soft plastic thing for Rezos.
Yep.
And I had a glove on both hands.
Yeah.
It was purely unintentional. I am embarrassed. Yeah. I was hoping you wouldn't notice, and he called it instantly.
Hey, it wasn't just me. I think there were plenty of the deep drop community that said, whoa. Hang on a minute. Let's go back to that.
So how I ended up with two gloves on.
Yeah,
I had one to mouth grip this flatty. Then we were trying to get a photo because we had to get the prawn soft plastic in it, and the fish hadn't been dehooked or anything. So I was trying to turn it around because I had the glove in the wrong hand.
Right.
So then I just listen. It was like I should have taken my time, put the fish back in the net.
You've just got to be better than that.
I know.
Hey, just on that, where are you at with what's better? Do you think and we'll use flathead. It's a great example because I get it. You know, that thumb and a flatty's not ideal. And is it better to? And I'm talking optically. It's not about practicality here. I'm just talking about what looks better. A glove with the thumb in its mouth or fish grips, lip grips.
I'm leaning towards gloved thumb.
For flathead. I think it's, because I think you can do it by species, can't you?
Yeah.
Flatties, I feel like.
Glove.
Yeah.
Something about lip grips seems conveniently brutal. Something about a piece of clamped, like stainless.
But it feels so normal barra fishing.
Well, yeah.
But there's another factor in that too, because if you're holding, you don't want to put your hands too close to the water 100%. When you're releasing.
100%.
Yeah.
Because do they net barra?
Yep.
Like obviously in the impoundments they do, but what they're netting them.
Yeah, bloody oath. Especially big ones.
So why would you need lip
for a
grips?
photo. For a photo.
But wouldn't you just put your hand in its mouth?
Nah. No, well, this is the thing. So similar sort of scenario, but there's a little technique with barra and lip grips where you grip them in the side of the mouth and spin the lip grip around so it's behind the fish, between you and the fish, so you can't see it in the photo.
Oh.
And then hold the tail with your hand.
Really?
You've got to control those bastards.
Okay. Oh, you've just blown my mind. I didn't know this. So
I'm going to do a little how to. Now I'm actually going with the guy tomorrow who showed me how to do that. Now obviously it's probably common knowledge for anyone who's ever barra fished, but for me last year was my first real introduction to barra fishing.
Okay, this is where I'm going. I need video and we will get back to handlining. I'm all in, but this has blown my little mind.
This is great.
Yeah, okay, all right. I would love a little quick 30-second tutorial on how to grip and spin so that you get
the grip and spin tutorial.
You get a good barra shot.
And it's grip and spin.
Correct.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yep, correct. Yep, grip and spin.
Grip and spin, barra shot.
Okay, run me through that. Okay, that's brilliant.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to hopefully, fucking hell, I need to get some barra. But yeah, we'll do it. That's great.
All for that. But back to hand lines.
Yeah, so the overarching question of handlining, which was that it's way more challenging than fly fishing. So the sentiment from Zachary was fly fishing shouldn't be seen as the hardest form of fishing or the most challenging form of fishing. Handlining's heaps harder and more challenging. Can't argue with it. So I'm wondering whether Adam, we've discussed and broken down and created some of the world's greatest fishing tournaments on the deep drop, from stadium fishing, arena fishing to, state of origin style stuff to international to Olympic Games. You know how there's kind of some underground sports tournaments or sports competitions. When I say underground, I just mean not commercially like massive. And I'll use here's where my mind went, because I think this is where handlining sits in the competitive and tournament sort of scale. Strongman tournaments. You can find it on some obscure channel on Fox or something like that if you want to get involved. You can Google results of world strongman tournaments, but you never hear about it really unless you're going after it.
Yeah,
I feel like handlining's kind of, there could be a handlining tournament. It's never going to be commercially as big and broad as that, because naturally, the big brands won't be involved because they want their rods and reels sort of front and center. But no, we're talking plastic handlines. I feel like
what if handlines weren't plastic anymore?
Well, hang on. Wow. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
CI4 handline.
Oh. Okay, let's break this down. Why would we need a handline that's not plastic? Well, now, granted, we've just created the World Handlining Championships.
Yeah, which we haven't even started yet. So we've just mentioned that. But let's do this.
So why do we not need plastic and why do we need CI4?
Well, I think I think traditionally plastic hand lines have been plastic hand lines because of the cost.
Yeah, they were supposed to be the cheapest, most
Disposable.
affordable option to go fishing.
Yep. Yeah. And you don't, no one needs to think about spending money on them. Go and grab one. They're $5, whatever, $2, $10, whatever they are. But now that it's at a world stage from a tournament perspective and people are sort of, starting early, they're starting as kids handlining because they want to hit the circuit. They want to hit the handlining circuit. But if you're really going to be a player, you need the best gear.
Yep.
So everyone starts with a plastic handline, but all of a sudden, enter CI4 handline. The lightweight, ultra strong.
Yep.
You could, because that's the thing with handlines too. You got to remember, you're dropping them every now and then. You're knocking them around a bit. It's not a finesse sort of style of fishing. They'll hit the water at times. You know what I mean? They'll go overboard.
Yep.
You need something that's robust and strong, but also lightweight, where that you don't have to worry.
Edges.
No rough edges. Smooth as.
Because we're now talking mono only. Because fuck all sorts of handlining with braid.
Because you remember handlining as a kid, and if someone ran the bait knife over the edge of the handline or something, it was just a nightmare. You just constantly have that cook as it was going along, and you can't afford that in the tournament space.
Smooth edges. We need durability because they're going to get knocked around. It's screaming CI4.
Screams CI4. So all of a sudden, maybe the big brands can be a part of it.
Do we need to work out some sort of ideal ergonomic hand holding arrangement in the middle, not just the standard 3-spoke hole in the middle?
I feel like there might be some sort of some tournaments in certain sports have pretty firm rules on what equipment can be used, and like some is seen to be too much of an advantage, so they outlaw it.
Yeah.
Like there's certain running shoes, for example, that can't be used in Olympics or professional events because
they're too much of an advantage.
Yeah, so I think there might be a line drawn, but I don't know where that line is. But I think it's got to come down to comfort, right? Because you're handlining all day, like you're going to be doing this all day. So maybe the 3-spoker is removed. Potentially, there's custom grips for the individual angler, so you actually mold. You get molds of your hands done.
Oh, yes. So it fits perfectly
every time. Yeah.
Now, do we obviously the other part to this over the actual caster, the hand caster, is the line. Do we need to start developing like silky smooth and soft mono so that it's not jacking up your hands? Or, because the other part to this beautiful game is the accessories. We accessorize. We love... all the accessories that go with everything from storage to pimping up stuff to whatever.
Yep.
Do we need to encourage glove use?
Potentially,
for the accessories part of it.
Yeah, potentially. I'm not sure that...
But you miss feel with gloves.
I was going to say, I'm not sure it's the
all
best.
in feel.
And given that there'll be custom molded and crafted grips, I don't think you need them because those grips might be made out of, materials that are really comfortable. But for the line,
what are you talking with the hand caster? Are you talking like you're able to wind? You can get those.
I don't think you should be able to wind it. I feel like you've got to loop it on yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So
you want the risk of line getting caught around your foot.
We don't. Yeah, exactly. We don't want it to be literally just a big plastic reel. No. We want to.
But do you need it to get the line back on the hand caster once fish is caught? So now we get it. So now we get. Oh, so you're going just full like.
Yep.
What if you got 100 meters line on the deck?
That's your call. You can do either. It's like fly fishing. They can just pull that shit in, can't they? Just by.
Oh yeah, that's true. Rather than actually wind.
I don't. Yeah. No. So you've got to. You could do whatever suits. You might be fishing directly with the spool in hand, and then you are wrapping it as you're bringing fish back in, or
just spool on the ground,
foot on, or whatever, and it's just line, and there's a line covering. But there'd be technique. See, at that tournament level, they would know how to pull line back onto the deck. Yeah, line management.
Yeah.
There's a whole course in that.
Do we need?
as you come through
So
the
we need
ranks.
like a handlining basket. You know, like they have those stripping baskets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But cool
you
ones,
touched-
because the fly fishing ones are not cool. No bueno.
You touched on something there that was really interesting, because we're always talking on the Deep Drop about what's next in technology and product related stuff. A new line that is designed for hand lines.
So it needs to
Handline
be
line.
soft because it's going to be held.
Supple.
Supple, stretchy. Stretch is going to be big.
Yep. Even though it's got to be soft, you still want that abrasion resistance if you can. Or is it kind of like, no, you do. You still do. Because
you do.
Depending on what the target fish is, you're still going to be fishing. You're still going to be at risk if you've the structure and stuff.
So there's going to be different hardnesses of line based on the tournament arena, because terrain and species can make... If you're just, if we've got the brim leg with your hand line and you're just hand lining prawns and sandworm, you probably don't need, snaggy, but, if you're, don't forget, there's not a drag, so it can't just zip you up instantly. You can hold, like there's a lot of technique there.
Yeah.
But you probably want a thin line. You don't want to be rocking 40-pound mono.
No, I think you'd still be, each category of the tournament would be line class.
Yeah.
So it might be...
Which line class? I like this.
Yeah, so it might be...
Oh, so do you incorporate line class into every comp, and it's the point system changes? Because if you're going into day 3 and you're down big, you can, and you say the leader's fishing 10 kilo, you've got to submit your line class at the start of the sesh, or do you just submit your line class per capture?
Per capture, because what you do, you've got on board with you...
the strategy.
Yeah, because you've got on board with you 6, 8, 10, 20, 30, like all the line classes, basically.
Yeah.
Because you can have everything.
that's right.
You can have them stacked up in the boat, in the gunnels or whatever. And they are all very clearly labelled. So during
Different
the
coloured
tournament...
hand line. So universal...
Exactly. So the spool is...
IGFA.
color coded, and there's like barcode, like QR codes on it. So when you do land a fish, it's scanned, it. So it's all above board. The point system works basically that you get more points the lighter the line class, the lighter the line.
Because you can go into day 3 down 25 points.
Yeah,
You've had a shit day 2. Leaders have pulled away. You can drop your line class to 4 kilo when the leaders are fishing 10. Mm-hmm. You could essentially have a 2-fish day, get yourself back up into the top 3, and then live scorecards, so you can see what's going on.
Yep. Sure, you'll get zipped up once or twice, but hey, if you land 1 or 2, you're back in the game, baby.
But do you want to finish 15th or do you want to finish 3rd? Like,
we're not here to fuck.
What are we doing here?
It's like, that's right. A loss is a loss. You either get pumped or you fucking have a crack.
And we're talking. This is the World Handlining Championships. We're talking big money and big trophies.
Absolutely. This is what you've worked your whole life for. Like, why would you go into it going, it's been a tough tournament, I'll just stick to my guns and just sort of fish 10, 12 kilo. No.
And you need space for these villains too. You need the guy who's up 15 on day 2 going, you know what? I'll just play it safe.
Yeah.
You know, when you see a footy team, they're up with 5 minutes to go in the last quarter, they start holding the ball up.
They get too safe. Yep.
Number 1 goes too safe, pulls out 20 pound. I'm not losing a thing. Sacrifices a few bites. Now all of a sudden the underdog's fishing 4 kilo, getting bite cities, zipped up every 3rd fish, but he's poling every 2 out of 3 fish, and he starts moving up the leaderboard. Now number 1 starts getting nervous, drops down to 6 kilo, pops a few off, and just it's all in his head now.
This is great. This is what a tournament. See, what would you do if you're up, 20 points, whatever it is, going into last day? Would you still like sort of flirt with danger and fish light? Because if you land a couple light, you're home. You can't be beaten.
Depends on what you're
do you just go, no, just crack in with the heavier gauge stuff, knowing that you get a bite, you're landing that fish, and it's just about numbers then because as long as you got the numbers, you're sweet. I'm sort of leaning towards having a crack at and maybe it's not light, but just lighter. And if you can just get a couple on the board, you're pretty much home.
See, this is where I differ. I'm a little bit more conservative. And I even do this even when I'm following my sports teams.
Yeah.
Just keep keep playing the game that's got you 30 points up. Until you don't have to. If we talk footy, you're up 30, halfway through the last quarter, they kick a goal. You're like, okay, don't panic. It's 1 goal, 6 points out of 30. I'm sleep. They kick another goal. You're like, okay, we need to tighten up a few things, but no need to change.
Yep.
Third goal comes in. Now you're like, fuck, now we got to get aggressive again. Can we turn that back on? So I'm more of a just keep playing the way that got you there. Read and react to what your opposition's doing.
Keep possession. I get it. I'm kind of I just want to win. Like, hey, we got ourselves in this spot. Let's keep going.
Understanding of the rules. If you're up 15 and it seems like an insurmountable lead going into day 3.
Yeah.
But old mate who's 15 behind, say there's like an 8-point bonus for dropping down 4 line classes.
Yeah.
As soon as he pulls that first fish,
you got to react.
You have to react.
But the reason I would probably react early is because on day 3 everyone's going to have a crack. For that reason, because you're like, well, they're coming after me. Or if I land 1 or 2 fish with a lighter line class, I can't be caught. I'm sweet.
Well, you get into the mind games then. You have to keep the pressure on the angler that's fishing line class, because don't forget, dropping line class means potentially losing more fish.
It does.
You want him to feel pressure, panic, not let the line slip, and just pop fish off.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
Looking for your next fishing weapon? Bar Crusher is Australia's #1 fishing boat builder, leading the industry in design, excellence and quality. For the most advanced plate aluminium fishing boats, or to build your dream boat online, visit barcrusher.com.au. Pelagic high-performance offshore gear is built for fishing, offering the best in technical apparel, premium polarised optics and ocean-inspired accessories. Using the latest fabrics and feedback from top anglers around the world, Pelagic products deliver comfort, style and sun protection for those long days on the water. Visit au.pelagicgear.com to see the full range. I'd love to see like a snapper tournament. I don't know how heavy you'd go. Would you go up to things like kingfish?
Well, we've seen Matt Watson handline marlin.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. I mean, how serious are we getting here?
Because I think it'd be a great look. Talking about Australia and New Zealand, like it'd be a great sort of tournament scene.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of
across multiple species.
Do you know what would be the closest parallel to handlining world championships?
What?
Darts.
Yeah.
We're not talking world-class fittest athletes.
No, that's a good point. We're talking, and to be honest, it probably goes into that leans towards like your tradies and that with calloused up hands, and you know what I mean.
Right.
And
massive beer guts. Like we want, we want to kick it old school. We want chest hair coming out the top of the, the tournament shirt. We want filthy mows.
We want sponsors like Winfield. And
correct. We want Durries. So we want to kick it old school. So maybe we need to keep the species, not marlin. It needs to be salmon, Australian salmon, snapper, squid, the qualifying rounds. We need to give them a finesse option. What would be a good finesse option handlining? Because there needs to be a little bit of touch.
Or I also don't want to forget,
yellow-eyed mullet.
I also don't want to forget, our northern community. Like, is there a barrel egg? Why not?
Yeah, hell yeah, there has to be. No, because you need home ground advantage in this thing. It's about creating a spectacle.
Like I was even thinking like the big reds and nannies offshore, like dropping in 50 metres of water, and that's where you. That's when you've got your big 12-inch CI4 hand casters with 50-pound mono. Yeah, and those anglers are the wood choppers of the angling community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct.
Big dudes who just rip in.
So everyone's got their little niche. You might have some smaller jockey type arrangements that are they're better with the lighter line classes, dropping down to 4 kilo or 2 kilo if they're really down on the leaderboard a little bit.
Yeah. So there'll be anglers that are specialists. The light handline anglers, the heavy, I don't know whether it's deep water jigging or reef fishing, and everyone in between. I think you will grow up specialising in a certain species, wouldn't you, or fishery with these handlines?
Yeah, because I think that sort of sets the pace. I mean, you could have, again, the light line fishermen become like the Golden State Warriors in the NBA. They can put a lead on you in 3 fish that feels like you may as well just give up, or they're never completely out of it. Yet you've got the more heavy-handed, like rigging masters that are just insane with bait presentation. They can always get a bite regardless of what the bite's like, but they can afford to fish heavier and not lose fish.
It's an interesting one too, is because that whole thing comes into it too. Are you running, how much terminal are you running, and are you running leaders, or is it full through mono, and you know what I mean? Like it's all this. But I think that each species is its own leg. You know what I mean? So you've got the brim, you've got snapper, you've got offshore reef,
you've nannies,
got barra, you've got
coral trout, barra,
and I think it will bring out the absolute best. And I think it's a whole other spectrum of anglers, isn't it?
Because there's so much to this the more I think about it. Because say you're in let's just say the calamari leg, because we're from down south. It's what we know. You've kind of got to get, to a certain extent, the float away from the actual boat. So you know how they get that little like cowboy lasso sort of casting type arrangement?
Sling type arrangement.
You've got to be able to do that and keep the bait on.
Yeah. That's a skill in itself. Fly, now, easy, it's tied on.
Yeah, that's right. And just cast it with the wand. Now, finer details. Are you allowed to use bait mate? Or is that classed as like a big no-no?
I don't think you can do in the tournament.
Championship arena.
Yeah, I reckon the championship arena is it's you've got to be good enough to make your bait stay on, which I don't think's too out of the question. And let's be real, in the squid leg, you just need to set up those float. If you're fishing floats, use the tide and current and wind to your advantage. I don't think you need to sling too hard. You definitely want an initial, I'll call it a lob, more than a sling.
Okay.
Which is more of a gentle, it's like a put, like in shot put. You're just putting it.
It's a put.
It's a put. Yeah. So you're putting your bait where you need it.
How many hand lines are you allowed to have out at once?
See, this is so we've established that you can have, I don't even think there's a limit on how many you can take on the boat. So you can have all the line classes covered. You can have as many as you want, whatever. That's not an issue. How many can you have out? Is it just the same rules apply as rod and reel fishing?
So saltwater.
Maybe we just need to make some firm rules. I mean, you don't want to see, 8 hand lines spread out around the boat with squid jigs on them.
Do you know what I would love to see? The setup if there was multiple, because now we're talking handline holders. What's going to hold the line?
Yep.
Do you know what else I also want to see is if you're sitting back in the standings a bit and you've got multiple line classes out.
Oh, yes.
I want to see squid take 20 pound. You're on handlining, but the 8 pound line goes off.
You're dropping the 20 pound. You're dropping the 20 pound.
And when you're watching, because there's no drags or nothing,
no.
You're watching the hand line just doing circles with line going everywhere. You're like, that's going to be a problem when I sort this out.
But I think you're more confident that will stay on the 20 pound. Do you know what I mean? Like I think, and
yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
8's
right.
worth heaps more.
But what if it's a tank? But what if it's a bigger squid?
Yeah. Look, these are the challenges and the mental battles that we have to face in the handline world tournament.
I would love to see a double hookup with old mate in his blue wife beater, sitting in a chair, handline in each hand, wrapping it around his feet as he's trying to get leverage on, trying to land both at the same time.
Yeah.
Like full double parked.
I think you'd have to just leave one at some point. Maybe you'd try and get it in where it's close enough that you sort of can, I don't know. But the one thing that I will say from a rule stipulation point of view is there can't be a winding aid on board. if that makes sense. So we can't use anything that's motorized, like, the motorized downriggers that you hit a button up, they come. None of that. It is, if you decide to fish, let's say, should we make it 2? Is 2 hand lines out per angler?
Yeah, I think.
So if you decide to fish 2, nice. and even if it's on something like brim and you might be floating drifting a prawn or something while you're flicking a placky on the other hand line. Because, by the way, lure fishing is something we haven't even touched on yet. Then you need to be able to do that. And the challenge, and it's on you. It's on you. You'll lose fish doing that, but hey, that is the risk we take. But I think maybe monthly resolution could be handlining ads.
Well, I did think that when I was hearing the voice memo. So we could either go a full month of handlining, or we already have
handlining. Yeah,
we already have a bait fishing orientated reso.
Mm.
Do we throw on some bonus? Oh no, we're already essentially we're halfway through the month. We need a handlining reso. We'll park that.
Should we do? And I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but when come sort of October, November, do we do a catch snapper on handlines?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be pretty really cool. Because I don't think I've ever done. Well, I certainly have never done that. Like I said, grew up fishing for flathead, whiting, garfish, squid. Let's do a snapper and target big one. Like we don't want to go catching pinkies around.
No,
we want to go out and try and get
we're going to sound around. This is elite sport.
And it's 12, 14, 16 or 18 metres of water. We're talking proper. All right, let's do that.
Fishing.
Yeah. Well, that's down the track, but let's set that for one of our future monthly resos. Wow.
Writing it down.
Write it down, please, sir. But all I will say, 2 things to sort of wrap this up before we rip into a top 6. Massive shout out for the voice memo.
Yeah, huge.
We want more of it. Bring it on.
Great one.
Absolutely bring it on. We're all for it. We want more. Massive shout out for thinking outside the box. Handlining, and we agree, handlining is an absolute art form.
It's the art. It's the art.
It's way harder than fly fishing. And what I would say is get in touch. What have you handlined?
Yeah, that's
because I think the obvious one.
What have you handlined?
Tile that. Fuck. Look at you coming up with the social fucking. Because I think the obvious, the obvious one would be probably squid, and which is cool. Yeah. I want to hear from someone who goes, "No, we chuck some baits around for cod, or when we got a meter in."
I reckon there'd be some awesome old school up north GTs off piers that have eaten handlines, just live herring. You know what I mean?
GT on a handline.
Yeah, there'll be something like that.
Because I don't, and listen, we're not going to get into it now. We haven't even touched on the product development. We've touched on the reel, on the hand reel itself, which is, I think the obvious choice to go down, the path to go down is CI4, lightweight, robust, smooth. But there's, like you did mention it, there's a line of gloves. There's line itself. There's, potentially redevelopment of pre-tied rigs that are specifically weights. We're talking
hooks. We need
line
the
baskets.
Thinnest possible gauge. Yeah, that's right.
But one you mentioned and we brushed over it. Sorry, because it deserved more attention, Adam. Hand up. I'm sorry. Accessorizing the boat. Handline holders. Because that actually is one thing, even if you are doing it now and you've just chuck a line out for, like I said, a squid while you're up casting, you're sticking the hand line in the gunnel, and if you get something decent, it starts spinning and then just doing laps around the boat.
Bounces out. It's gone.
Yeah. So what's the hand line? Yeah. Hand line holders.
We've got CI4 hand lines. This is big.
Yeah. And then the tournament itself, I mean, who doesn't want to be a part of that? I bloody do.
We didn't get into the lure leg. You mentioned it straight away. Do you know what I thought? Mono mainline and braid leaders to just completely flip that shit, because you're still going to get some action on some lures, but you don't want to be handlining braid.
I don't even know where my head's at with that. That's mind blowing.
This could just change fishing.
Trolling for tuna.
Yeah.
It's almost got that commercial
Still counts.
aspect of it when they're lead lining.
Lead lines.
But Jesus, try bringing in it, and mate, you're
Still
not running a
hand
fucking
lining.
you're not running a fucking dredge barrel. I'll give you the tip.
No, well, where do you sit on bungees? Are you allowed to use bungees when you're hand lining on a trolling?
See, all of this outriggers are allowed. That's part of the game fishing thing.
Yeah.
But Jesus, it just doesn't end. There's just a whole world in hand lining.
How do you feel about a shotgun hand line?
Absolutely. It's like
But does it count as a rod?
Nah, because you got a system where the hand line still remains in the deck of the boat or somewhere on the holder once it's developed, and it runs straight up and it runs through like a pulley system. You know, it's a quick release type thing. It's like an outrigger, but straight up in.
But could you imagine a hand line on a quick release? It's either going to decapitate someone.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Or it's just going to hit every bit of the boat.
No, actually, so the hand line sits up there. There's a holder for it up high somewhere. Yeah, because you're right. It will definitely kill someone.
We don't want that.
No, we don't want that. There's just worlds that we haven't really even. I'd love to know how hard a barra goes trolling up the middle of a river and then hand lining that bad boy in.
A metre 10 wild river barra
just angry.
on a hand line.
Yeah, getting chased by a fucking croc.
Throwing its head out of the water.
Croc up its ass, bull shark on its front, just going crazy.
You've got a foot dug into the gunnel to give yourself a little bit of can you imagine?
You'd almost need.
We need handlining anglers card playing. Like NBA cards.
Yeah.
Imagine some of the poses they could get.
Dude.
Big dude on a barra,
just leg
barrel
up,
chested, foot on the gunnel, leaning in,
short shorts, one nut out.
Yeah.
Doesn't care because he's got a metery on. Do you know what else I was thinking with, especially for some reason up north, sort of, gaiters for your legs, for like when you're forearm gaiters, because you're going to be dealing with some whiplash and all sorts of shit. There's a whole fucking product line in there.
You can accessorise the piss out of this.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I hope we've done justice, Zachary. Thank you so much for the voice message. I hope we're on because we're on board. We're on board the handline train, and we are all in. Brooksy,
I think most penis.
Yeah, he's in. Well done, and thank you. And let's hear more of those ideas, please. But for now, Adam, it's time for this.
The deep drop.
Top 6. That's a big statement there. Are you okay? Are you okay? What's going on?
Mate. One nut out.
You know what I mean? You could picture those short shorts, leg up on the gunnel,
the footy
leaning
shorts
back.
It's just a hairy agate.
And the angler's well aware of it, but he's like, I've got a barra here.
It's his trademark.
And that's the footy card.
Because everybody knows when you're barra fishing, it's way too hot for undies.
Just a sweaty agate out the side.
So good.
But yeah.
Okay,
Top 6 time. It's not that far fetched though, is it? When you think about it, you could picture that.
No, it's actually that's why it's so funny.
Oh, so good, so good. What have you handlined? Jesus, I'm keen to hear about that. Anyway, top 6 time ads. And look, we're getting again. The feedback's been brilliant over the last few weeks. When it comes to top 6s, I think for the most part, really supportive of the top 6 random handy items around the house. There was, lots of support, for things like the power boards and extension leads being number 1. Like I think we all agree on that.
Yeah, it's universal.
Let's be clear again. If you're fairly new to the top 6 situation, earlier this year, I think it was, Adam, or last year, I can't actually remember. We were challenged because we were doing top sixes, and people said, you know what, fucking, because we just did, we just did not ranked, no particular order. Yeah, they said no.
Yeah,
rank them. Get off the fence was some specific community remarks.
Yeah, feedback,
and rank your top six. So we said, okay, that's what we're doing. So look. Some are controversial, but they're ours. They're what we are putting in our top six. Our number one is our number one. We don't expect it to be yours, but we want you to tell us what yours is and tell us what you think of our list. So anyway, tonight adds. I'll let you run through this one. This is one from you today that you flicked through.
I was zipping through the supermarket as you do on a weekend, trying to get the food shopping out of the way as early and as quickly and as efficiently as possible.
It's a fucking nightmare.
And walked past the fridges, and the juices caught my eye. Been a long time since I've indulged in a juice, and was reminded pretty quickly that juices are pretty awesome. So thought, how about we roll through the top 6 juices? Now, juices have got pretty wacky in modern times. You can grab all sorts of crazy concoctions that involve both fruit and vegetables. Some may contain meat products. Who fucking knows these days? They're mixing all sorts of stuff to try and create the best juice
from out in the garden, whatever. Yeah.
And I thought, fuck that. Let's just go with the most old school, think back to your childhood. I actually think back to the shop days, Luke, when the roll mole would cruise around in the, you know what I'm talking about. She'll come round and you hear the horn come up the driveway, and you'd run out. And depending on what time she'd get there, if it was 8:30, you'd grab an egg and bacon and a juice.
Yep.
If she got there at 10:30, you'd grab a sausage roll and an energy drink.
Salsa, a couple of dimbos. Yeah.
South Melbourne dimmies. So write that down. Top 6 roll mole items. Hang on.
You can write it
for next week.
Yeah. Food truck items. And you're right. Yeah. And so we're talking off the shelf. Really, we're not saying one that you can go and get created at a cafe that's got 17,000 fucking ingredients. This is off the shelf juices. Is what the angle we're in, isn't it?
Yep. So, listen, there's probably not many honourable mentions. We did our 6 seconds of prep for top 6 before the show, Luke, and you know what might be some of the honourable mentions. Well, like cranberry juice was one that was tabled. That's not a bad drop, but didn't make the top
one thing
6.
we mentioned, it's not an honourable mention. We both agreed on it. Who's drinking tomato juice?
Old people.
Because I see it a lot, and especially, I travel a bit, and so you see it at hotels all the time in the buffet bracket, and you go, who's actually drinking? I might sit and watch one morning and just see, because for me, it's an absolute no.
Yeah, hard no.
Anyway, but yeah. The
prune juice, that's another one.
Yeah.
Like, that's can't be good.
No, I wouldn't have thought that would be sold anywhere except, nursing homes, but I don't know. I might be wrong. But there's some crackers that we've added to the list, ads, and I want you to roll it out, please, the top 6 fruit juices.
Top 6 fruit juices. We'll start in at number 6 and we'll work our way to 1, as we normally do for top 6. But coming in at number 6 for the top juices, we've got pineapple. Yep. So number 6, pineapple. It's just an old school solid juice.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember
a little bit of variance.
Yeah,
a little bit of variance from bottle to bottle or prima to prima, however you consume your pineapple juice.
Prima, remember them? Yeah, are they still a thing?
Good. Still a thing.
Oh, sweet.
Let's get around them.
Yeah, solid. It's a solid. Listen, it's a solid performer. Pineapple gets it done.
Number 5, blackcurrant juice.
Yeah.
Now, we're talking Ribena. Let's be real.
Okay.
It's the only blackcurrant
brand specific.
Juice. I am, because it's the best one.
Yeah.
I only ever seem to grab a Ribena whenever I feel shit. If I've got a bit of a head cold coming on, I'll zip into the servo and grab a cold Ribena.
Is it full of vitamins? Is it?
It is. All the vitamins. All of them.
Yeah, no, good one. Good to sort of, I guess good to kick off the list with a couple of just solid staples.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's just easing in nicely. But now we get into some of the more exotic
but still
hybrid juices.
but still purchasable from your supermarket.
That's right. So number 4, mango and banana. Now we're talking Spring Valley glass bottle. Can't drink it through a straw because it's thick as.
It's more a soup than a
cold soup.
It's
exactly what it is.
It's a thick. It's delicious.
Yep, it's mango forward. A lot of people would be thinking, "Oh, banana." Listen, it's a hint.
Yeah, there's definitely.
It's mango with a splash of banana in it.
Yeah, that's fair call. Where's the thickness come from? The nana? I reckon
a mango.
They're both thick fruits, aren't they?
Yeah,
it's a solid
Hardy
combo.
Fruits.
It's got to be out of the glass bottle. The
Correct.
Pop the lid off. There usually is a bit of a trivia question underneath, I believe.
Correct.
Yeah,
and a little bit of a like when you open it.
Yeah, well, you hope so, because if it doesn't give you that,
hope so. If someone's taken that shit back,
someone's
dropped an agate in it. Number 3, apple and guava. Now, Mildura, apple and guava. To me, this could easily be number 1. That's how good these juices are.
Is Mildura
Guava's at 3.
Yeah, is Mildura the cardboard, like the carton? Is it? Or is it a bottle?
Yeah, like the big 2-litre print.
Yeah. You can't just stick a straw in it, or can you?
Or can you?
Mate, I will say hats off to you for this one. You push this one hard, and I think we've said it about something on the pod before, but anything with guava in it, mate, give it to me. You know what I'm saying?
It's automatically going to be in the top 3.
Absolutely. That's a great number 3.
Now, it could have been number 1. And we might get a little bit of pushback, Luke, for maybe going a little bit too straight bat with 1 and 2.
It's okay.
But I think we've got it right.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, number 2, a classic OJ orange juice.
Yeah.
But pulp in.
Yep. Pulp.
Nice
OJ
pulpy orange
with
juice.
Pulp. And that's that's non-negotiable for it to be number 2. OJ without pulp, not sure it's in the top 6.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Because now it's just an orange-flavoured fruit drink.
So maybe honourable mention to OJ without pulp. Because, you'll do it if you have to. But give me pulp.
Yeah.
But give me pulp.
But pulp,
yeah,
feels more real.
Now, I have had an OJ with too much pulp, and that's not good.
Yeah, you don't want chewy OJ.
No, that's kind of what it was.
Chewy.
That's a problem. So a good blend of pulp is needed. It's required. It makes it feel real, Yeah.
You need to close and shake on every sip.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the pulp will settle at the bottom, and there you have the issue with chewy.
Oh, maybe that's
chewy
what
OJ
I did
at the end.
Maybe that's what I did.
You forgot the shake.
I forgot the shake element of it. Fuck.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Happens to all of us.
Okay.
Rookie
Lesson
move,
learned.
but it's okay.
Lesson learned.
It's okay. Number 1. An all-time classic. It's the one where you're not sure if you're thirsty or not. It's never a bad time. We're going to go apple juice.
Yep.
It's the one I see at a breakfast buffet, and you go, just going to grab a glass of OJ while I wait for my coffee.
Glass of AJ.
AJ, because OJ was number 2 with pulp.
Yeah, it's easy. It's one that it certainly is, a childhood sort of go-to. Not that, we weren't big juice drinkers, but apple would be the one that was in the house. So
and none of this cloudy apple shit.
No. Give us the stuff with sugar and it's real bad for you.
That looks
type
like
shit.
piss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know it's
That's
not good
the one
for
you want.
We're not talking about. We're not trying to. This isn't a health kick. We're just saying what's good.
It's a treat.
Yeah.
It's a treat.
So yeah, I'm with you, and it's probably the least offensive or the least likely to be, because you're still, and this is why I think orange ended up at 2, is there is still potential for it to have no pulp or too much, and it could fuck it. So we're saying apple. Yes, there's cloudy variants, but typically speaking, you've got to go looking for the cloudy variant, and no one's looking for the cloudy variant.
Correct. Yeah,
so
correct.
I think apple's your safe house. We've both said before, we remember as kids enjoying an apple juice, and hey, if I'm hungover and there's an apple juice at the hotel buffet breakfast, I'm bloody having one.
It's happening.
Yeah,
it's happening. So there it is. Top 6 juices to really quickly recap from 6 to 1. Pineapple at 6, blackcurrant, mango and banana, apple and guava, orange with pulp, and at number 1, your standard classic apple juice.
Solid.
I think it's a Tollard Sop 6.
It's a. Did you just say,
Solid.
Did you say a Tollard Sop 6? I think I'm going to grab that clip and chuck that in there.
Full transparency. I am
blind drunk.
That's not everywhere. It's fucking cold.
You're not feeling
here.
it. You're not feeling it today. But that could be the next thing that goes alongside.
I think most penis.
It could be the Tollard Sop 6. Now that's good. That's a good 6. I'd love to know what everyone else's number one fruit juice is. I know it's probably not on a full rotation with most adults these days, but that's okay. Take us back to what it is. What's visceral for you? What gives you that what earns that number one spot for you when it comes to fruit juices?
I think we're right though.
I think we're right. I mean, this is our opinion. This is our ranking, but I don't think that necessarily agrees with everyone. Surely no one's got a problem with guava.
Yeah.
You know?
That could be the most pushback that should be higher than 3.
Is guava,
that would be my...
Can you get guava juice on its own?
That's a great question.
You know what I mean? Or is it a bit too much? Like, does it need to be blended? Because I think there's mango on guava too, or something like that as well. So maybe it's...
What's a guava?
I don't know. That's a really good question. We might ask the community on you. Yeah, what is a guava?
What is it? Can you eat it? Is it good to eat on it?
You can drink it.
Yeah, so you must be able to eat it.
That's a good question. All right, can you write that down? Have a look at that during the week and come back to us next week. Ads, I think that's a wrap. I mean, gee whiz, Handline tournament, world stage, products, full new product lines in the fishing tackle industry, full development, new anglers. There's so much to be done, but we're on board. Love the voice message off the top of the show, and that's what it's all about. We want to hear more of that. We're going to be requesting it across the socials. Get in touch via voice message. Come on the show, join the show, be a part of it. And I'll tell you what, that's a banger to get us started with the voice messages. So, Ads, I think that's a wrap. We've got plenty to work through. I want you to start working on your handlining sort of kit, and we'll get back to you next week. Hey, Ads, thanks, mate.
Peace.